Hi guys. This is new. So just for a second, I want you guys to think about the oldest YouTuber you can think of. Really think. Got it? Cool. Maybe you thought of Smosh, or Shane Dawson, or Philly DeFranco, but that's not who I'm talking about. I want to talk about James Rolfe. Now, if you don't know who James Rolfe is, let me catch you up, okay? James Rolfe started out on a website called GameTrailers.com, where he actually pioneered the game review format. He was one of the first, really. He then created a character known as the Nerd, or the Angry Video Game Nerd.
He's gonna take you back to the past to play the shitty games that suck ass. He'd rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in his ear. He'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a roadkill skunk and down it with beer. He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard. He's the angry Nintendo nerd. He's the angry Atari Sega nerd. He's the angry video game nerd.
Now you, the viewer, may be wondering why I'm even bothering to talk about James Rolfe. And dear viewer, here's why. It's because of James Rolfe's amazing ability to completely sidestep any controversy that could possibly be involved with him. Now you're probably wondering, once again, how does he sidestep controversy? Well, I will tell you, because I have constructed 4 ways that James Rolfe avoids controversy. The first point being that he always makes it so that there is never a political opinion in his video, and that the video is there for people to laugh along with him while he plays his shitty games as the nerd. Another way that James Rolfe avoids controversy very well is he keeps to himself. Keeping to yourself is very important because, like, say you have something embarrassing that you don't want people to know. A deep dive into his Twitter shows that he doesn't really post a whole lot about himself. It's just him talking about Angry Video Game Nerd. The only thing we can really know about his personal life is that he recently had a second child, which, good on you, James. Another way that James Rolfe avoids controversy is he picks his battles. He picks battles that he knows he can win, and he doesn't waste his time on little things, unlike some people on the platform. He just goes in knowing what he's doing. And lastly, the way he just completely sidesteps all controversy is he's just a super down-to-earth, all-around kind and humble guy. Like, by all accounts, James Rolfe is not in the least bit racist or offensive in any way towards anyone, seriously. Now, to kind of top off this video, I want to bring up a video that he made that resulted in his biggest backlash to date. He was referring to the 2016 Ghostbusters movie. Now, I won't put the whole video in, but I will make comments on it, and I will include parts that I think are important. So, enjoy.
So there's a new Ghostbusters movie coming out, and for something related to one of my favorite franchises, it may be expected that I review it, but instead of a review, for once, I'm doing something a little different. A non-review, because I refuse to watch it. If you already know you're going to hate it, why give them your money? If this is the Ghostbusters movie that nobody wanted, then the box office results should reflect that. But I don't think it is. Maybe the actual movie is better than the trailer. Maybe it's good. It's a possibility. I know I'm biased. Sure, the jokes in the trailer make you cringe. The ghost effects are on par with the live-action Scooby-Doo or Disney's Haunted Mansion, you know, the one with Eddie Murphy. It looks embarrassing when you compare it to the original that was made 30 years ago, and that still holds up. The effects in that movie are still amazing after all this time. So, it looks bad. Fine, I watch a lot of bad movies. You know, I see a ton of bad movies knowingly and with pleasure. But this isn't just any movie. this is Ghostbusters. Calling it Ghostbusters, but without having any connection to the original story or characters, is a shameless attempt to bank on the name to get fans to see it based on the title alone. At the same time, it takes advantage of the younger generations who might not have even seen the original. They'll see it without feeling like there's any prerequisite of having to see the other movies. And now, whenever you look up the original movie, you're always going to see Ghostbusters 1984 and Ghostbusters 2016. But by using the name, it's pretending to be original in its own right and sweeping the first one under the rug as if it didn't happen. As if, it's not based on anything pre-existing. But I don't understand, if this new film wants to be a reboot, then why couldn't it take note from all the successful reboots that came before? Like Star Trek, you have a younger cast, but you also have it rooted in the lore of the original series. You have Leonard Nimoy playing an old Spock, passing the torch to a younger Spock. Or how about Star Wars? It's a sequel, but it's also a reboot. A little fan service goes a long way. When Chewie and Han Solo step onto the Millennium Falcon for the first time in over 30 years, and Han says, "Chewie, we're home." That's all you need. It makes us feel like we went home, back to our childhoods. It's as simple as that. That's how you do a reboot. But this flushes all that opportunity down the shitter. Without Harold Ramis, is it possible for any reboot like this to happen? Maybe. Instead, the original Ghostbusters are supposedly playing cameo roles, but not as their characters. Like, what the fuck? How did this thing get so misguided? It's amazing when you look back at all the false starts of Ghostbusters 3 and how after all that, they ended up with this. Yep, Ghostbusters 3, the film that may rest in peace.
Now, not once in that entire video did he get political about the name. The only thing that he went on about it that could have kind of been considered political was the way that he said, "I don't think that the cast really matters, and that everyone's calling it the female Ghostbusters because they don't know what else to call it." Which he brings up a good point. Now, he kept to himself. He didn't include any personal information about himself that could have exposed him. He was kind about it. He was understanding, and this battle he picked very well, and he won the battle. And that, my friends, is how James Rolfe avoided a massive controversy. So chances are you're new here, so why don't you just leave a like and subscribe, because more videos are going to be popping out. Yeah, I don't know how to end videos, because this is my first time. Alright, see you, man.